Hello, 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 and welcome to Sanctuary Sunday. Today is February 18th. That sounds about right. I'm actually recording this today in real time, so it's not something that has happened earlier, which is something I do often. But today I decided, well, I didn't really decide to record it today. It decided that for me because I have to wait. I have to wait and allow the message to enter in, right? I have to wait and allow um, what I am to say to show up. So, a lot of times, oftentimes, most times, every time, I have no idea what's coming. So, even today, even right now, I'm like, it's Sanctuary Sunday. Today is the day, and today is the day when I have to show up, right? I have to show up. This is my steady practice. This is my ongoing practice. And because I've put it out publicly, it's not like writing where I can pause, right? Where I can just say, oh, I'll write next week. I'll write tomorrow. I'll write later. And later doesn't come, right? Until it comes, but it's much later than later. And so, what I love about Sanctuary Sunday is that it's about accountability too, for me, to my spiritual practice, because it's beyond me. And I appreciate that. And maybe that's what this is about, just showing up for yourself, showing up for yourself in all of the ways that you need and want to show up, to keep steady, to remain inside the commitment and the practice, whatever that is for you in your life. I think it's important, really, really important that we're committed to ourselves. We have to be committed to ourselves in order to be committed to anything else inside of life. And the proof is in the pudding, right? Whether or not we execute or manifest or create whatever, it's in the pudding. Because if we're not committed to ourselves, what are we committed to? If we're not committed to our happiness, our peace of mind, our spiritual practice, this is a spiritual practice for me. Life is a spiritual practice. And if we're not committed to waking up and doing the thing, being the being inside of being, then what are we doing in our lives? Where are we going? How are we living in the vibration, in the highest vibration? So I want to encourage self-commitment, to be committed to the thing for yourself. It's easy to show up for other people, right? It's like, oh, that's a distraction, actually. Oh, I need to go and do this for him, for her, for them. Oh, I have to take the kids to soccer practice or volleyball or track. Oh, I have to cook dinner for them. We stop focusing on ourselves. We've somehow managed to put ourselves in the back, way, 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 way back. Because we've allowed so many tasks, so many other things to enter in, to come first. But when do we come in? If we're not committed to ourselves, when do we ever come in fully? I'm not talking about the 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, maybe 10, might be pushing it on the 10 minutes that we give ourselves on the way to go and to do something for someone else. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about, those moments where we pencil ourselves in. No, I'm talking about when do we actually wake up and commit ourselves to ourselves. And whatever it is we want, be it exercise, be it meditation, be it writing, be it whatever it is, because we are vast, just like life, right? So there are so many things that we have going on, so many thoughts that we have. People often say, I really want to do this, but I don't have time. Yes, you do. You have time if you put your time first. And then everything else. And then other people, oh, I have kids. You can also have conversations with your children, right? In the morning, after this time, then I will. Right? It's teaching discipline, it's teaching boundaries, it's teaching self-love. Even for me, every morning I wake up and I start with myself. Everything else has to come later. It has to. If I have somewhere to be at 8, I wake up at 5, maybe 5:30, so that I can spend at least an hour and a half doing what I want to do for myself. Read, write, meditate, something for my spiritual soundness. I have to. I can't wake up and run out the door. The whole world will collapse if I did that. It wouldn't work out for me the way that some people wake up at the last minute and they're like, whoa, I can't do it. I need time. And that's my spiritual practice, giving myself time. And I'm committed to that. I've been committed to that for so many years. Since probably 18, and now I'm 43 in a couple of months. So I want to encourage, giving yourself what you need before you do for other people. Oh, that sounds selfish, but hey, it's like the airplane, right? When you're flying, what do they say? If something happens, put your oxygen mask on first, then help. That's real. You'll be better for the world after you start with yourself. You'll be better for your children after you start with yourself. You'll be better at work after you start with yourself. I think that many problems come because we don't pay attention to ourselves, our needs, our thoughts, what we want. Some people don't even know their favorite food because they've always cooked for somebody else. They don't know what movies they like because they always watch movies that someone else liked. If you don't spend time figuring out you won't find your happy. You won't find your deepest joy. You won't find your self-love because you can't find that which you have not encountered. You have to commit to the encounter of yourself. Love yourself enough to wake up and spend time with you. Spend time with yourself. Get to know yourself. Be committed to you. Be committed to allocating time for you. Do some things alone. Might feel a little uncomfortable for a second, but it's okay. Go on a walk. Sleep in. Some people, it's like they don't even know what sleeping in is because they have so many tasks. Let me tell you how good sleeping in is. It's good. Do some things that make you feel good. And I don't mean, the feel good that we get from helping others. I understand that. Oh, I love helping others. It makes me feel so good. Yay. I'm all for that. Let's help others. But let's help ourselves first. Let's find the feel good that comes from self-love, that comes from committing ourselves to ourselves first and then moving outside to the world. You're worthy of that. You deserve your time and attention. You deserve to feel how it feels when you put yourself first and you're committed to your journey. Doesn't mean you can't have other things, people, places, and stuff along the way. It just means that you get one life and you're going to find what works and what feels good for you inside of this one life. I encourage that. I celebrate that for you the way that I celebrate it for myself. Spend some time with yourself, however you do it. Or maybe you've never really done it and you don't know how to do it. Just start by doing it. Start by not engaging anything else and seeing where the road goes. Trust the process. Once you say, I am going to, then allow. Don't say I'm going to and then go, oh, I wonder how I'm going to. How am I going to do that? Is this going to... The mind likes to swing from branch to branch. It likes to dance with the ego. It likes to, get involved with everything. And then at the end of the day, nothing's been accomplished. So don't follow the mind. You don't need to swing from branch to branch. Just look up at the tree and the beauty of the tree and allow the quiet space of looking to reveal to you what is to be seen. And from that place of seeing, go out into that space of being with yourself. You may not have ever known that you enjoyed long walks because you never really allocated time to take them. You may never have known that you liked languishing in the bath because you never took one. Or you like certain dishes, you never cooked it. That you like to write, you never wrote, you never made the time. You like to read, you never finished the book because you allow things to enter in. But if you wake up and become committed to yourself in the same way that you're committed to a job, you allow magic, you allow the good to enter in, you allow space to be created. We need space, breathing space. We need time out from everything, so that we can be tuned in. I want to encourage our commitment to being tuned in. And that starts with you. It starts with me. Maybe it's just a day, one day a week where you say, this is my day. Maybe it's Sunday. I love Sundays. Every day is my day, but I really love Sundays because I clean, I tend to the plants. You know what I mean? I don't leave the house. So it's like, this is my time, my day, just for me. Find that thing that's just for you so that you can live inside the feel good that you've created, that you create for others. Why not create the feel good for yourself? You don't have to feel guilty. You're not being selfish. You're not being all those things that people attach to those who do things for themselves. Come on. That's not real. Oh, well, if I don't go over there and do that, then I feel bad. Why? Those are things you have to investigate. Where is the guilt coming from? Who injected that into your veins and you just carried it out forever? At a point, you have to say, wait a minute, I deserve my own time. Yes, you do. Guess what? Because you don't get it back. You don't get to spend all your time doing everything for everybody and then get another life for all the time is yours. This is your one life. You got to balance it out. Things for others, things for self. You got to balance it out. I do more things for myself than I do for others. And I don't say that like, yeah, but it's just the truth. Because I think that when we start with ourselves, then there's a ripple effect where the good just spreads out. I do good things for other people. I do other things. I send energy out. I spend time with. I cultivate the good. These messages I feel like is giving to the masses. So, but I always start with myself, and I don't feel bad about that. Because when I start with myself, I allow God to enter in. I allow the magic to happen. And then I can be on fire for the world. And I'm okay with that. Because as an adult, that's what I've chosen. As a child, I didn't have a choice. So I had to do for my parents. I had to follow that. But it's a new day now. And I strongly believe that if you put yourself first, if you commit to yourself, then you have more to give others. You give from your overflow, from your extra, not from, what you need to sustain yourself. No, that's for you. That's how you maintain perfect health. That's how you live and create the magic. When you give from your extra, that allows for more abundance, more things to be grateful for. It opens up spaces. It feels good because you don't feel greedy or stingy like, well, I don't want to give because then I'm not going to have a lot. Give from your overflow. And if you don't have overflow, it means you need to spend more time with yourself. Stop giving from all that you have left. Cultivate that so that it grows and grows and grows and becomes bountiful. Now it's overflow, and give from your overflow. Yes! Is that what this is about? Giving from your overflow? What? I love when it shows up, right? The messages just show up. So, yeah, you know what? This started being committed to yourself. Be committed to yourself. It's ending on give from your overflow. And how do you give from your overflow? By first being committed to yourself and your self practice. Because when you start with you, you build and build and build, and then it just boils over. And from this, you give to others. Amen. Happy Sanctuary Sunday. I gotta go because I got things to do. I'm starting with myself, right? I got plants to water, floors to mop, food to hook up, and just, love to share. So may the day be magical. May you all be with perfect health. May you all feel bountiful inside of your finances, inside of your love, inside of all that you have that you want to cultivate and manifest. May your intentions be clear. May God breathe on you. May life hold, sustain, and carry you. May you feel rich inside yourself. And may you celebrate yourself and your life and all that you have and all that you can create. It's Sanctuary Sunday. Go out there, which is going in here, and create vastness and live from that open space. And remember, you first. Allow the you to build. Allow it to boil over. And that extra, that overflow, show opportunity to give it to others. Have a great day. Rooting for you as always. Thanks for being here. Sanctuary Sunday. I'm out.